Hey folks, Kilt-Man back again. I've just done a couple of videos on Hammer's classic 70s horror, vampire, swashbuckler, Captain Kronos, Vampire Hunter. And it kind of got me thinking that, although I've discussed the movie a fair bit, and I did discuss the music a little bit as well, the music deserves far more credit than I gave it. Laurie Johnson, the composer, was famous for TV theme tunes like The Avengers, then The New Avengers, then The Professionals. But he'd also done, his name's Laurie Johnson. Laurie, he's still a bloke, even with the name Laurie, And he'd done First Men on the Moon, a Ray Harryhausen stop motion, classic. He'd also done Doctor Strangelove for Stanley Kubrick. People forget about that, don't they? And it was a great dynamic composer, and he'd also had an influence by the classic film composer Bernard Herrmann, who had done things like Psycho and a lot of other Hitchcock movies. But Bernard Herrmann had done the famous "It's Alive" movie, where the mutant baby is destroyed, the delivery ward, and then become like this monstrous baby, and then it spawns more in "It's Alive 2." And Bernard Herrmann scored both of those films. But Laurie Johnson came on to score the third instalment, It's Alive 3, Island of the Alive. And a lot of Bernard Herrmann influences, crept into his style. And the two became good friends. But enough of all that. Let's focus on what he did for Captain Kronos, Vampire Hunter. He'd worked with director and writer Brian Clemens, who wrote and directed this particular movie, and the two had a great working relationship. They understood each other's, attributes and how they could both work together. And Laurie Johnson always said that Hammer, when he composed the score for this movie, Hammer never really took any involvement in what he did or what he was composing, how he constructed it all. But Brian Clemens knew this and just knew what he could come up with. Let him get on with it. Just let him get on with it. And he came out with a tremendous bravura, exciting, heroic, heraldic, and romantic, adventurous score, but with lots of chilling elements and eeriness as well, and mysterioso elements. And it's terrific, exciting stuff. So I'm going to play the main theme to it, which kind of encapsulates pretty much all that you're going to get with the score, because you get Captain Kronos is this. He's ex-Imperial Guard. He's a master swordsman, but he's going out into the world vanquishing vampires. And if the film ever became the series it was meant to be, he'd be vanquishing werewolves and monsters of all manner and description all around the world and in different time periods. But in this particular story, he's just in one particular place, and these vampires are draining the life force, the youth out of their victims, so they can regain their youth and just live eternal life. They're still bastards, and Captain Kronos still must put them to an end, put them to the sword. And but this main theme will creep in and out of the score and depict Kronos' heroic daring do and his deeds of avenging, the fallen and getting his own back on these vampires. But it interweaves with a romantic underscore, this kind of brooding malevolence for the vampires themselves, hinting at the fact that, look, you may be some kind of hero, but we can still take you down. There's still evil afoot. There's plenty of danger about, and it's just wonderful stuff. Listen out for I'll point to it when it comes on, because I'm going to play the track for you now. You've got the tremendous, the horn, the trumpets, the trumpet blast for his heroic soldiery, and then you'll get the sort of galloping main theme, which depicts his valiant ride against the forces of darkness. And then you'll get this kind of dark, sinister, and kind of satirical as well. It's bassoon and oboe Well, it's one of them. I can never tell bassoon or the oboe from one from the other. It's nice and deep and bellicose, and I'll point to it when it comes on, but you won't mistake it anyway. And it's just this really sinister sort of growly, deep sort of throaty effect. And I love it. I think it's really, really addictive. So let's not piss about any further. Let's just play the damn theme. This is the main titles from the score. And as I say, this theme will creep in and out of the score throughout the rest of the movie. And, and it works in a variety of ways. But let's just have a little shivery blast on this then, Giddy up, guys. Put your saber in its hilt. Get on your stallion and let's go vampire hunting. Come on now. Strings, an urgency and a sense of romance to it. It's all at pace, all at speed. Relentless. Mysterioso. All's not well in this place. It's a lovely, rambunctious piece of music. It's a rolling, fast, energetic piece of urgency and, daring do. But I love that fact that, with that either bassoon or the oboe element comes in, and it just gives you that sort of sliding, sinuous, almost like sort of like the throatiness of a bullfrog or something. Like it's sitting in a swamp, it's just beautiful, and it adds a nice, delicious counterbalance to the daring do and heroism of Captain Kronos. Folks, that's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do with this. I might pick another track out for another little video in a bit. Who knows? Who knows what I'm like? But I'm also going to do a lot of little snippets of music here, there, and everywhere for, because, I don't know, it's just, it's just beautiful. And it adds a nice, delicious counterbalance to the daring do and heroism of Captain Kronos. Folks, that's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do with this. I might pick another track out for another little video in a bit. Who knows? But I'm also going to do a lot of little snippets of music here, there, and everywhere for, because music's awesome. Music in movies creates the mood, creates the atmosphere, creates the character of the film. It creates everything. Some people say that, the best soundtracks are the ones you don't hear, the ones that just play along and they've added to the film without you realizing it. No, I don't agree with that. If it enhances the mood for you without you realizing it's there, fine. But no, I listen to the music. I listen to the music, and I adore film music. And for me, sometimes in a really, really crap, lackluster film, can be bolstered to another level because the music itself is invested with such energy, such character, such atmosphere. Many a disastrous movie has been raised, by the composer's efforts. So, and I will applaud that wherever I can. And with Captain Kronos, Laurie Johnson really, really, hit a high mark, I think. And that main title theme, I'm sure you'll agree, it's a winner. A brooding, intense, heroic slice of daring do. Vampires, cut left, right, and centre. Hack them down, the undead. Can't compete with Kronos. Anyway, nice little quick video there. Do leave your comments down below if you agree with what I said, if you like the piece, or if you want me to discuss any bits of other themes, or scores that you particularly fancy. I'll always turn my ear to something, and do check out my other videos, particularly those of Captain Kronos. So, without further ado, I will bid you farewell. Stay safe. Keep it Celtic. Until next time. Laters!